Hi, I'm Vanessa Angélica Villarreal, and I'm so excited to be reading tonight in support of Jamie Hood, who has a forthcoming memoir called How to Be a Good Girl, which is something that I'm conceptually so obsessed with constantly, writing through how I am not good and how I have failed to be good and how to be better. Um, just a nightmare of an ethical problem, having a body, being a person. Um, so tonight I'm going to read just a little bit from an illuminated manuscript project I have. And then I'm going to close out with a poem called Alas. Or you can also read it as Alas, Alas, Alas. Okay, so the first one is called Carmen. A tu bisabuelita Carmen se la llevaron en un caballo. Tu bisabuelo Aurelio fue al rancho y le dijo, vámonos. Y la subió al caballo y se la llevó para casarse con ella. ¿De veras? Pregúntale a tu mamá. And a story you'd known in your body but had not heard until now, the fairy tale come to life animates the dead. The gaps in the memory helix are filled in by corrupted data, cinematic colonial fantasies of rustic Mexico, the romance of the hacienda, obscuring a disappearing and brutal past. The coppery dark sheen of the photo transmits Carmen, young and serene as the moon, shining back your own face, high cheekbones, long, soft nose, strong, square jaw, thick hair. Your hands are her hands, holding a child. You stare into her face, and for a brief half moment, feel the heat of a different day, a breeze on her long brown back sweating in the sun in the field, her thick black hair gathered into a long braid, falling along one shoulder as she bends to pick a bowl of cotton in a white huipil and huaraches. Then, hoofbeats, a tremor in the earth. She rises, scans the distance, where Aurelio is riding along a rift in the land known to swallow women, a rift in time. This will have to do. Bisabuela never had any stories about her life to tell. Instead, she lived for the dreams of her daughters. Instead, she wept. She wept at dawn in her pastel floral nightgown. She wept all day in the kitchen, ever praying, Perdóname, Señor, y protégelos, guárdalos, no los desampares. Enséñales buen camino y cúrala, Diosito, llévame en su lugar, tan joven y la niña tan chiquita, y Silvita siempre trabajando, tanto para quedarse sola, ay Dios. And she wept into all the pots, the masa, the basil plants she gathered to sweep along her grandchildren's hair. Why did she beg so much for forgiveness? For the daughter by her side, whom she would be forced to give away into a violent marriage at much too young an age. Yo creo que let me start over. Spanish, like the sort of it's not even a code switch. It's just like a mental shift. But sometimes my tongue just like is like what is it? Crimped? Yeah, like that thing that you do with your hands in the 80s for your hair. All right. Yo creo que le doblaba la edad a tu abuelita, Angélica. No sé la fecha cuando se casaron, pero tenía 14 o 15 y 10 meses después nació tu mamá. Que haya encargado tan rápido, pues estaba chiquita. In Torreón, you lived in a rancho owned by Spaniards, on land owned by Spaniards, in a little house owned by Spaniards, the eldest daughter of 5, a girl all of 14 raising your siblings alongside your mother. Once a humble field hand, your father is now an overseer, moving cotton through the field on the land owned by Spaniards. Antonio, a laborer boy your age, catches your eye while you'd already caught the eye of another, a respectable man of 36 willing to pay any price for a virgin child bride of such rare beauty. He arranges the sale with the Spaniard, who takes a cut before giving the rest to your father, who lives in the house, in the field, on the ranch, on the land owned by Spaniards. Child mother, your life belonged to everyone but you. Would you ever belong to yourself? Here you stand in such grace. Behind you, a black bar where your groom once was, his figure now redacted, excised from time by someone's hand, maybe your own. He moves you away from your family into remote wildernesses, both on the land and within yourself, your body itself a forbidden unknown that you have been told belongs to God, the church, the priest, your father, your husband, and so you cannot make sense of his body on your own, too tender for what is expected of you, and he is relentless. Within 10 months, you will give birth to my mother alone, at home, all the while preparing la comida in the home while you labor, only to give birth again to a baby boy not even a year later. And your body will be conquered and conquered and conquered, the war outside, also the war you take in. Father, husband, church, state, border, tumor, thieves of light, conquerors all. Okay. And this is the last piece, alas, or alas. And God created the waves, and we the graves beneath, bodies made particulate by the force of water against water, water against rock, against time. I descend into the deep in a kind of prayer, listen to its centuries. Make me pay, will you? Make me hurt. Instead, I am held so that I might listen to myself. The battered sand shines back its longing to be a star, a planet aching for collapse. And all I can respond is, please, make me good. Listen, I have not suffered. I have no right to these red wings of rage, no right to the echo in my cup. I am a maker of half-truths painted over in gold. My dress leaves a trail of desert where once there was forest floor. Make me pay. The rotting teeth in my head bloom poppies of blood. I spit in offering to atone for the lies I've told. They are not lies. Then whose memories are these? I want to be good, oh God, please make me. I have already been cut in half, more than once, more than one way. Time is also a blade, and I useless, holding on to this cord that connects back to no one, to nothing. I have no right to these red wings of rage. A crab walks alone on the tilted sand, oblivious to the cruel enormity of the world. A wave is coming. I can save it. How dare I presume to save it? Please, the water is coming. What is the answer? Please, make me good. Thank you, and congratulations again, Jamie. Thanks for inviting me.